All right, let's move on to the Greg Waddell slanders Greg Gard portion of the show. Let's head to Brooklyn once again. James Madison, the 12 seed, will take on Wisconsin. Trendy 12. I think this might be the trendiest. It's always the trendy 12. Doesn't mean they can't win. But a lot of people picking JMU to beat Wisconsin. Wisconsin's a 5-point favorite here. Over under 145 and a half. 9:40 Eastern on CBS. Greg, are you buying or selling Wisconsin this week? Which way is the wind blowing?
Yeah, over under 11 and a half sentences of slander that I have for Greg Gard in this segment. It's coming. I'll take the over. Look, they're the trendy upset pick because they are likely the best mid-major in the country, depending on how you feel about McNeese, right? These are the two teams with the most firepower that could really make a deep staying run in this tournament. And James Madison got a draw that I think is extremely favorable. The entire story of Wisconsin's turnaround, quote unquote, in the Big Ten tournament was just they shot the lights out, guys. That's all it was. For 2 games, they couldn't miss, and then they catch Purdue, and they did not shoot well against Purdue. But in that game, crazy things happened. Like Braden Smith was hurt. We knew that. He was trying to play through 36 minutes when he was clearly hobbled. Zach Edey had a technical early in the game and was benched for most of the first half because he picked up a tech after a shove in the back. Like everybody on Purdue was on edge. Things were weird. And this isn't about Purdue. It's about Wisconsin. But the point is they've been a poor shooting team for much of the second half of the season. Prior to February 1st, they shot 36% as a team. Good enough. Pretty solid. From February 1st until March 10th, they shot 30%. It tanked. They couldn't hit a shot. And then last week, they shot 41% from 3, and that includes the Purdue game where they were 7 for 32. So you do the math. They basically couldn't miss in the other 3 games. JMU has the second best three-point percentage defense in the country. Teams don't make threes against them. So you're in a spot where you've shot the lights out for a week. You haven't been that good of a shooting team all season long. And in steps a really good three-point defense. I think the writing's on the wall. And then on the flip side, Wisconsin is a horrible three-point shooting defense. Teams make threes against them all the time. Teams shoot 37% from 3 against them. That's actually better than James Madison's mark on the year, and they're 41st in the country, making 36% from behind the arc. I think this is a pure shooting regression game. I think the big question for JMU, if you're looking for a reason to be skeptical, is can they hang with AJ Storr or not? Because Storr really went through the motions in Big Ten play. For much of the season, he was kind of just coasting, looked like he was putting an audition tape together for the portal. And then all of a sudden he snapped his fingers and woke up and wanted to be the best player on the floor in the Big Ten tournament. That says something about the way he's wired. But I think James Madison has answers for him because they do have a lot of wing-sized bodies that they can throw at him. And Terrence Edwards is a dude. Like that's a dude who will embrace a challenge head-to-head with AJ Storr. And I wouldn't be surprised if he wins it. So I'm on the Dukes here. I like them +5. I like them on the money line. I have them winning this game. This is a classic comeback to earth shooting performance spot for Wisconsin.
Kyle, Reese, any thoughts here?
Yeah, I'm on JMU money line as well. Just ghastly underlying defensive metrics for Wisconsin. The fact that they are in like the 260s for effective field goal percentage defense, that's not what you want against a JMU team that is going to use early success to believe in themselves in this spot. They both get to play the underdog card and also a team that is second in wins in the entire country. So they expect to win, but they also get to play with a chip on their shoulder. And I like the matchups. You talk about Edwards, being a dude. TJ Bickerstaff, also a dude. 21-14 in a win at Michigan State. I know that seems like years ago, but that still counts for this season. So I don't think the stage is going to be too big for him. And nobody on the defensive end scares me for Wisconsin. So I think JMU, if they can get some success early, I think they may end up winning this one comfortably. Every once in a while, we get those 12-5 matchups. I'm thinking like Oregon State when they were at 12, a few years back, they just blitzed through, early in games and then just ran away with things. I think we could see something similar here with the Dukes.